Welcome back to the converSAYtion podcast. Y'all might be thinking like, dang, what? I thought it was a Let's Talk About It podcast. If you haven't been following, this is now the converSAYtion podcast, where we still turn conversation into application. I am your host, Leon Reed Jones, and I got a very, very special guest in the building. This guy has been my neighbor. We grew up together. Me, him, shout out to MJ and all the people in the neighborhood. We would ride bikes around this time and go to Grosse Point, pull up to Burger Point and all, pull out a $5 bill and go half on the burgers, man, and the sliders and get some ice cream. We'll be going to the different basketball courts. I have none other than my brother, my guy, Terrence. What's going on with you, bro?
How you doing, man?
I'm
so
good,
glad
bro.
to finally be on here, man. Like I said, I had to break the ice and just go ahead and knock out my first interview podcast, whatever you want to.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Yes, sir. I'm glad to have you on, bro. And so before we get into the topic for today, something I always ask my guests is, if somebody had to ask who Terrence was, or if they had to describe you, what would you say?
Who is Terrence? I'm gonna just keep it simple. It's just, I'm somebody you can count on. Like,
for sure.
No matter what the situation is, like, I'm gonna be there. Like, if you need me to be somewhere, need me to do something, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah,
no matter
for sure.
No matter the situation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, solid, man. Solid. Y'all got to get y'all some solid friends, man.
For real.
Them people y'all hanging with not solid, but we'll talk about that in another episode. But we here today, though, man. Shout out. I'm so happy to be back, man. I was telling somebody earlier, like, bruh, it's like a nervousness, but a good, like an exciting nervousness, if that's even a phrase. You feel me? If it's not, you know, it's all good, man. I ain't do that well in English, so it's all good. You know, we barely made it. So that's why we in the studio, you feel me? But when you think about our city, man, Detroit, Motown, we got all these different things. We got the cars, we got Coney, we got different historic things. When you hear Detroit, what do you think about her? What is something that comes to mind when you hear Detroit being brought up?
Detroit. Nah, I know everybody people love to put this stagnant on Detroit about like how you know we on the come up, or you know, like it's just this city just such a bad murderous place, and I don't look at it like that. Like, this is where I've lived at my whole entire life. Like, I love it here, and then, you know, I look at Detroit it's always room for like a lot of potential here, and it's always been that, you know. Yeah. So Detroit. It's really so hard to describe Detroit because I love my city. Like, I'm not one of them people that got a love hate for my city. Like, because everybody, it's always good. It's good to some bad to some good. So I don't really I just love Detroit, bro. That's the best thing I could say. That's kind of what I do. Like, the reason for me to DJ and do what I do. It's 100% Detroit inspired.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And I'm with you. I think, like, I used to be so mad, like, as a kid, because, like, people, I don't know, even people from the city, for real. You know, if you lived in the suburbs, you lived in Grosse Point, you lived in Roseville, you know, Romulus and all of that. Like, I just hated how even the people from here would kind of put this stigma or this narrative like Detroit is just a horrible place. And you said kind of what I've always banked on is, like, you know, it's bad everywhere. Like, they killing in LA, bro. Like, it's homeless people in, you know, New York. People robbing and stealing, all of that. It's just I think what goes over people's heads is the percentages or the rates of crime in different cities. You feel me? So I don't know if you could say I had a chip on my shoulder about that, but it was like, that would always like work me up. I don't know why, like at an early age, but it's just like, I'm like you. I love my city. I wouldn't want to be from anywhere else but Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the east side, you feel me? If you're from the west side, it's all good. But
right, it's all love.
You know,
shout out to the east side.
The east side is in the building. Now I don't want y'all to take this and run with this and start beef. I'm a nice guy.
It's all love. I swear.
It's all love. I promise you. That's the motto for real. For real. It's all love. So I don't want y'all to clip this up and use this as a sound bite and be like, oh no, you know, we don't need that type of energy
not at all.
Around where I'm at, man. I'm a nice guy. I'm a civilized guy, you know. A lot of y'all need to start being civilized, man. Y'all come from good homes. Y'all don't need to be trying to be thugs for real, man. That's not you. Be a good guy, you know. But anyway, yeah, bro, I'm with you on that because I think everybody else is getting used to us. You feel me? Like everybody else is getting used to the babyface raise, the culture and the talent of so many people that's here. And not even necessarily like high name celebrities like Eminem, Peasy, and you know, all these different people. Like we got some people that you and I went to school with. Shout out to my boy Dre, man, aka Mr. Duffy. You know, get at my boy.
Duffy, man.
You know, he doing some great things. Like just even amongst our own circles, people that we know. Shout out to another great person, Sydney. She got her lash company. You know, she in school, TSU. Shout out to her. Go ahead and get that degree. But just all the stuff that we have, we know we had it. We know we talented. Right. We know we gifted. But now we being put on the platform, whether it's music, whether it's business, to where now people like, oh man, we want to come to Detroit. You see, we had the NFL draft here, you know, and a lot more things are to come. But I'm with you, bro. Like I love the city, and I wouldn't want to be from anywhere else, man. I just Detroit is now for the world to see, basically. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, and more people are realizing like, yo, it's real deal, authentic talent. It's not just killing. It's not just drugs. Right. It's not just hoopers. It's not just football players. You feel me? So I'm with you, bro.
And not to cut you off, you know what makes us like so unique? Like everybody, we got our own style. Like everybody try to bite off us or, you know, try to talk about our style, but we got our own style. And, you know, people can try to copy it, imitate it, but it's just, you know, it just won't sound the same because it's from us, you know?
Yeah. It's a distinct sound.
Exactly.
And bro, man, I'm wholeheartedly with you. Now, for me, I'm not gonna lie, like I would want to live somewhere else other than Detroit, but that's only by, you know, alignment if that's where I'm supposed to be.
Exactly.
But you and probably my mentor are probably the people that I hear on a day-to-day basis, you know, say that they love being in Detroit. And not to say like other people haven't said that, but people that I'm close to that I know, bro, they've always shouted out Detroit. And I'm just so happy that Detroit is getting all the love that it's getting, whether it's from football, the culture, events we being a part of, the different stuff that's happening and being formed downtown. All type of stuff, man. And I think when you see more of that and you put people out in front like yourself, people like Dre, people like Sydney, all these people that's doing a lot of positive things, you can't really say nothing crazy about us. I mean, you can, but you seeing like, nah, we more than what y'all think we are. Right. And it's being put on Front Street so much so that these big execs, they want to invest into it. These business people, these corporations, now they see it and now they like, yo, nah, we need to tap in with Detroit. So like saying that, what do you feel like is the difference in Detroit now versus when we were kids?
I would probably say like, I'm just speaking on like how the city was. Like the city was, you know, like we was in a slump when we were kids. Like it was real. Like I ain't don't want to use treacherous. No, I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to say that. It was just, you know, we was real rough looking back in the day. You know, like but everybody got that glow up. That's how I look at it. Like everybody had that glow up in the city. You feel me? We worked so hard to get the city where it's at now. Like so yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. I guess for me, the difference that I would see is more so like what I always say, and I guess it's not necessarily a Detroit thing, but I think it's, while everything that's going on that's positive in Detroit is going on, like I said, with the draft, you know, music, you know, new businesses, people, you know, being able to express themselves in different ways with their talents. I think back then, like we had more community, and like I'm 25 saying this, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I always joke with my friends, like
I thought I was gonna have to be like 50 or my pop's age to be saying stuff like this, but it's yeah, like you feel what I'm saying? Like now I'm saying it at 25. I feel like we've lost the aspect of community because like I said, to open up the show, bro, on a day like this, me, you, MJ, my brother, you know, Desmond, Leslie, like the list goes on, bro. We was pulling up to each other's house with bikes, like, yo, we about to go to the park. Like, we was rolling deep, like,
swear,
with all types of, you know, mongoose bikes and all type of stuff. Like, yo, we about to go to the park for a few hours, and our parents was cool with it, and they was never worried at all. Nowadays, bro, you know, kids, they don't even go outside. You put an iPad in front of them, and they do most of the communication. And don't get me wrong, bro, times have changed. Technology is majority of how people get around and do what they do. But I've seen so many people lack communication skills because they just got a device in front of them, and it's like people so afraid to speak up for your next door neighbor or hold people accountable because, like, oh, I don't want to get, you feel me? And I get it, bro. I wouldn't want to get shot either. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said a few weeks ago, bro, like, you know, y'all kids, man, you know, we got 12-year-olds. Like I said, we could start with the Instagram names alone, dog. You know, you looking up on Instagram, you know, she twerk for Zay. You go to the bio, this kid 12 years old, dog. Like, he don't even know how to spell twerk, let alone have this in his bio, dog. Like, this is crazy, bro. Or like, you know what I'm saying? You could post a picture on IG, you feel me? And you know how if me and you downtown and we at H&M and we could post the location H&M, they post the location, I'm at your mama house. Like, yo, this is crazy, bro. Like, I just feel like it's like we lack in a lot of areas as far as community goes. Like, I feel like we need to get back to that. And don't get me wrong, there are people that are standing on that. Like my mentor, Mr. Knight, he got a mentoring program, all male mentoring program, ages 13 to 18, caught up, where they service kids all on the east side. But it's like, I think just like how we being pushed to the forefront about music and culture and all of that, if we do that same thing with our community, bro, I think more lives would be changed and more lives would be saved, for real. And that's just where I'm at with it. That's the difference that I see versus now. And on a positive note, I would say, we obviously being from Detroit, we gonna listen to Detroit artists now. I will say I was not listening to Peasy back then, and I don't really listen to him as much now, but I'm kind of more into the Detroit music a little bit. But I think more of a positive aspect is like we're getting more notoriety, you know, like for all that we're doing.
Because I really look like, and that's really why I really started DJing and doing what I do, because what did I start? I started I graduated 2016, probably like right when I got out of high school. Detroit music, it was always on the fence, like as far as like, it wasn't like I would go to, let me give an example. Like, okay, my sister stays in Florida. She stayed in Florida since she moved from here. And I go down there and I go to a party or some party or club, and they not playing, like they'll play a song, but an old Detroit song that, you know, like, but it's not no current. Like, and it wasn't really nobody in to break that door down for us until like, I probably say like when we start getting the recognition, we really, you know, that the ball was in our favor. The first person I could probably say that turned us up like on the music side was probably T Grizzly. T Grizzly first day out is what woke everybody up. Like,
for sure. Yeah, bro, I'm with you, because people that I went to, you know, Oakwood with, they know where I'm going with this. Like, I remember like at basketball games, like we had a skating rink on campus. Like,
that's why
people used to be so hyped, like from Florida or for, you know, Maryland. Like, bro, y'all don't even know where 7 Mile is. Why y'all saying this with more energy than us that came from Detroit? Like, it's like y'all are so crazy. Like, y'all don't even know.
Like, y'all, you really feel that.
Yeah, like you feel that, and you from Maryland. You feel that, and you from Florida. Like, come on, dog. They don't have no 7 miles in Maryland. They don't have no 6 miles in Florida, dog. Like, why are y'all so hype about this? But no, man, I agree. So what do you feel like are some misconceptions about the city? And then I got a 2-part question. What do you feel like are some misconceptions about the city? And when you went to different cities, what differences have you seen between us and different cities?
Okay, so I'm gonna answer your first question.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, I'm sorry. Repeat the first part question again. I'm sorry.
So the first one is, what are some misconceptions that you feel like Detroit gets or that people have about Detroit?
Okay, so a lot of people, when I go out of town, like whether I'm going to go DJ or I'm just out on vacation, people love to say like, "Is Detroit really dangerous? Like it should, like how they project it?" And I always tell them like, "No, it's not. It's really how I look at it, and this is just my opinion. This is my perspective on it. Like, yeah, you could be wrong place, wrong time, but like nothing really happens unless you really into stuff, and that ain't never been me. Like I've never been no street dude or nothing like that. Like I'm just trying to mind my business and I'm just trying to live. That's all I'm trying to do at the end of the day. I'm just trying to live at the end of the day. So a lot of misconception, like people just think we just be getting robbed and shot just at random. No, it's not like that. I swear it's not like that. Like I can walk in my neighborhood or just walk anywhere and I will be okay. Like like I'm not saying don't just be oblivious to your surroundings. Read the room, read the situation, what's going on.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I'll probably say that's the only misconception for real.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I go to other cities, I don't know. I'm at peace here. At peace here, but I really be at peace like when I'm out of town or somewhere, because I'm just like, I don't care like where I'm at. Like I'm gonna go walk the neighborhood or wherever I'm staying at. Like that's just always been me though. So
yeah.
But I say that's it though. Like I don't have any negative things to say.
Some misconceptions, you answered them for me. Just doubling down on like people see the city and it's like, once you get to know, it's kind of like when you hear something about somebody like, oh, Terrence is this type of guy, and then when you see him and you actually get to know him for yourself, you like, he's nowhere near what they said. Like he's really nice, he's a cool person, real mellow, like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like it's definitely when they try to make it seem like just thug, we just breed thugs. Like, it's like if you want a street guy, just come to Detroit. Like, or you want to build a thug, not build a bear, but build a thug, come to Detroit. Though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many. And I'm like, bro, how can you even think that? But again, it goes back to narratives, bro. When you get somebody to co-sign your narrative and you get the right people, i.e. the media, you know what I'm saying? And like if somebody was to go on social media and be like, oh, Terrence is this, and it comes from somebody that may know you or, that has a heavy following, people would be like, oh, no, Terrence is this way. Not because it's true, because this person has a heavy following. They on social media and they go have followers that back them in whatever they say, right, wrong, or indifferent, bro. So it's like, I think the media plays a big factor in that, because it done been times where it's like, people just say some of the wildest things. Like, bro, you think that's all that comes out of the city when you see people that have their own business, You got the Detroit versus everybody brand. You got Midnight Golf. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like music, you got restaurants, you got culture. And it's like none of those things that I name are thuggish or negative. At all. So it's like, man, it's like, bro, I don't understand it. Because it's like, you can die anywhere. Like you can literally die anywhere. Just go on the news, bro. Like you can die in Atlanta. You can die overseas. Literally. You could you could die anywhere, bro. So it's like nobody just, like you said, nobody just wakes up and it's like, oh, I'm at gunpoint. Like that's not reality, bro. So it's like it's so terrible to see. But like I said, Detroit is, I wouldn't even say we making a comeback. I just think it was a new chapter.
Now. That's how I look at it. We here now. Like,
like we've been under the radar, but it's like now everybody's starting to take notice. Like you seeing California guys trying to do stuff like Detroit people, or like you said, you know, bite off what we doing, but it's like you can't replicate that because it's so authentic and it has a distinct sound, a distinct culture, a distinct way of a lifestyle that you can't really do it unless you've been here, you lived here, and this is where you come from.
Right.
So, and you mentioned about your mixtapes, and bro, it's so crazy. You and my cousin, I didn't know y'all were DJing and like doing this. I'm like, when I saw my cousin DJing, I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Because my cousin known all around the city really for like, I promise you I see him at some shoe store. Like he either the manager or something. So it's like when I saw him DJ, I'm like, bro, that's dope to see. And then when I saw you with the cover art and everything, I'm like, bro, that's fire, bro. Because I'm so used to us playing 2K as kids, wrestling, going to your backyard, you going to my backyard. You done hit me on Facebook like, yo, bro, can I borrow the WWE belt today? Like, or I done hit you like, yo, bro, can I have the heavyweight champion? You feel me? You know, I had to go back in time a little bit. But bro, how did you start doing mixtapes and DJing? Like, how did that come about?
Okay, so I've always, and I probably get this from like my dad. My dad really he don't really listen to no new music. I try to put him on stuff, but he you know how my dad is.
For sure. My pop's the same way. So you already know I know.
But my dad always had a good ear for like really good music, like back in the day music, like, and I still listen to old school. I listen, like I'm a DJ, I listen to everything, but
for sure,
I really got my ear from my dad. And you know, like I probably say getting into, when I got into high school and stuff, like I've always been like the tech person, like anybody can come, and this has been since middle school. Like if I need a computer fix or something wrong with the computer or something like that, I'm the one to come to fix it. But like I probably say like when I got to high school, like the little when I used to hang with my friends or just be at little kickbacks, they wanted me to play the music, or I just be listening to something. They'd be like, "Oh, what's that?" They're like, "Go ahead, hook up phone up to the aux." I'm like, all right, you know, like
say less.
Cool. Like, and how I got to, and that eventually evolved. I'm like, so I think I was playing 2K15, 2K16, one of them 2Ks. And you know, like, you know, when I don't know if you used to be playing like My Career and stuff, or like trying to grind for your
many
badges.
days throwing controllers at the wall.
Yeah, man.
Because my teammates messed up my grade, but we're gonna talk about that another day. So
yeah, so I'm like, and at the time it wasn't like where you could listen to music and play the game. I'm like, I'm like, all right, I think I can do, you know, I could do something. And then I think what pivoted off that, I was just on YouTube one day, and I just be scrolling on YouTube because that's my TV. I don't really watch TV like that. I just be on YouTube for the most part. Yeah. And I'm like, and like I said, this was a little bit after like first day out T Grizzly drop. I'm like, we don't have a platform from for our Detroit artists. And I mean like a platform as far as like, okay, let's say you're from Wyoming, just as a random state. And I want to say like, hey, have you heard Babyface Ray before? You know, whoever the artist is. Yeah. And they'd be like, no, like I actually haven't heard of him. And I just compiled of what I think, like I just took all this, like because I've got a good following like of who I listen to, so I just took like all their old songs and new songs, and like I picked the best ones, like, or I ain't gonna say the best ones, my favorite songs, because every songs that I pick for my mixes are songs that I like. I'm not going off like what's the most popular one, or you know why you ain't had this in there. I'm just go off what I like, and that's really the basis of my mixes. Like I don't go off like what's popping right now, what's the hottest song out, because I don't like everything that be out, like, and that's okay not to like everything, you know. I'm not saying I hate it or nothing. It's just not my style. So I was like, one day I just started Babyface Ray was my first mix that I started, and I uploaded on my SoundCloud, and I uploaded on my YouTube, and I probably say like, and I started doing this like every day. Like that's really to keep my, like, that's my workout. Like I try to do a mix or something, or do something constructive. Like either if I'm making my track list for my mixes, or I just try to do something every day. And I uploaded that, and it started going up, and people started hitting me like, why am I seeing your video in my suggested? And it's people that know, like, I really didn't want my face as far, because like I'm really shy. Like this is my first podcast and everything, but like people wanted me to put my face as the brand and everything, but I'm like, no, I just want y'all to. I want to put the artist out there. I don't want none. I don't want no fame or nothing to come with it. I just want to put the city on the map and let you know, like, we got all this great talent in the city. And I'm not talking about just mainstream artists. I got friends that rap. I got friends of friends that rap. I got people in my family that sing. So and I just one day, like I said, it started doing numbers. I think probably not. It's not my most view, as it's probably at like 140,000. You know, I seen that and I'm like, I don't even know 140,000 people. Like, you know, like that really shocked me. Like, I was like, you know what? And I was like, this what I want to do. Like, that's why I got into making mixes. Like, I'm like, people pay me to make mixes for them. Like if they got to go somewhere to go party, they pay me to make a mix for them just so they can play the music and still enjoy the party.
Oh yeah, that's fire. That's fire. I ain't never heard of that before. That's hard. That's fire.
But so when I got the mixes popping, and this is when I'm an Xbox player, so I ain't gonna speak on PlayStation. I think this is when Xbox started integrating with, like, you know, you can play your Apple Music and SoundCloud and stuff. And, you know, people will be posting, like, look, I'm listening to your mix while I'm playing, you know, while I'm grinding for my baddest or playing the game. I'm like, that's dope. Like, you know, it just don't get no better than that, bro. And I'm grateful for it. I really am. I love doing what I do. Like,
for sure, man. That's a blessing to see, bro. You doing your thing. I think the first cover I saw, it was like you had Ben Wallace on there with the heavyweight championship.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
And I know you were saying in the post you had described it like, you know, Detroit is on top. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we here to stay, and this is the representation of that. So me bringing up that mixtape, which one of your mixtapes, if you have more than one, that's fine.
No, that's my only one.
Oh, for real? I thought you had one.
I make mixes, but my that tape was more so like, I just took all these were all my friends on this tape.
Okay.
But I was like, y'all are so sweet, and they, you know, these were my friends who wasn't really taking music seriously like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna push y'all. Like, send me that. I'm like, these were, believe it or not, most of these songs were throwaways. Like, they were never gonna post them. I'm like, bro, these songs is hard. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna put this out there. I'm gonna tweak it a little bit, like speed it up, or, you know, slow it down, whatever it need to be, or whatever I'm feeling like. Then I'm gonna put it out, and that's what I did. And I love that I got the reaction I did, because, you know, it encouraged them to start rapping, or, you know, start rapping, singing, all of that. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to push. Like, if I really see that potential in you, and I really got an eye for it. Like, if I really see the potential, I'm gonna push you. Like, I'm gonna press you every day. Like, if you're not making music, then what you doing? Did you write a song today? Did you listen to me? Did you listen? Like, I'm always on somebody else, because I want to see everybody do great. I don't have no hate in my heart. I don't hate nobody. I just want to see everybody win at the end of the day. Like, people call it, I don't know. I'm not with that weird stuff or nothing. Like, I'm just a genuine happy person who want to see people win. And that's what my life purpose is. I want to push people to do what they supposed to be doing.
Yeah, man. I love it, man. Y'all got to take notes, man. That man say, wake up happy. If y'all woke up happy today, man, maybe you wouldn't have gotten in an argument with your baby mama. You wouldn't have yelled at your kids today. Like, sheesh, y'all gotta do better, man. Y'all gotta wake up. Like I told somebody the other day, man, that hate costs too much. It's too expensive. Hate is too expensive. You can love for free. You can be you for free.
Show love for
when you
free.
Go against the grain, it takes so much energy. But when you be you, it just come authentically.
Swear.
Stop paying so much for that hate and love for free. Like, at the end of the day. But we getting off into one of the most exciting parts of the show. But before I do that, bro, I want to always give flowers to my guests, my people. while they can smell them, bro. So I love what you're doing. I'm super proud of you.
Appreciate it, bro.
And if I haven't told you enough, bro, I love everything that you're doing, bro. You know I love you. Got hella love for you, man. You my guy. You my brother, bro. So glad to have you on here for this season. But now we about to get into what is called Let Me Get to Know You. Right here, I have this box. This is an idea that I came up with towards the end of season 5 for those who've been following along. And so I'm going to let you pick out of this box. You know, last time it didn't go bad. I hope you don't get the one that my guy Denzel and JG had at the end about Coney, man. We had a little debate in here, dog. They was on my head, man. I'm going to get a Hana right now after this boy. But, you know, if you know, you know. But I'm going to let you pick out of here. And what it is it's different categories. So you may see Detroit, you may see top 5, different stuff like that. And you have to pick between the options on the card. So which one did you get?
I got game night or concert.
Okay.
I'm more of a game night type of person. I'm rather more like, I'm really more of a homebody for real. I don't really like to go out unless I'm DJing or something, or I'm going to go see somebody perform, somebody I know perform. Yeah. So definitely a game night dude type for sure.
I love music, but I would definitely say a game night too. But on the flip side, I would say it depends on who I'm going to see. I haven't really. I've been to a few concerts. I went to a 112 concert. Well, it was originally a BBD concert, but we didn't stay that long because we just wanted to leave, which was so crazy because I love New Edition and BBD and all of that. But and then I'm sick. I miss my boy CB, man.
Oh man,
tragic. Everybody was hitting me up like, yo. I'm like, dang, bro. I procrastinated on that. I was supposed to go, but hey, everything happened for a reason. Right. But I'm a game night person. What games you bringing out for the game night?
I'm classic. I go Uno for real.
For sure.
Uno. That Uno gets serious. I'm not gonna lie.
Take 4 with you. Thank you.
Man,
God bless
Uno
you.
gets so serious. Like,
man, I remember the last time I was playing with my cousin, it got crazy. It didn't get crazy to the point to where we was like beefing or nothing like that. But I was like, yo, like my aunt hit me with a draw 4. I'm like, auntie, that was crazy.
So let me ask you this: Are you one of them types that do that all that stacking of numbers? Or are you old fashioned and do like what it's supposed to be like?
What it's supposed to be? Because I ain't gonna lie, like I don't like playing Uno with certain people because like they like add rules as the game go. Like, nah, we're not doing this, bro. Like, if we're gonna play Uno, let's play how it is on the instruction manual. And if you don't know what it says on there, you need help. We're here for that, but we're not doing all these extra. Nah, original Uno only. I'm not doing all that extra. Like one time I was playing Uno, I think it was with some kids at a camp I was at, and they was writing rules down on a separate sheet of paper. Like, nah, we're not doing this. Nah, it's, you know, I'm all for, you know, the youth, but we're not doing this, bro. I'm good. We could play like Twister or something. Like, I'm cool on that. But no, I'm with you on the Uno. I'm kind of trash at Monopoly. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know how to play, but I'm not really one of those guys. I got a better chance at winning in Uno than Monopoly. So I won't be picking up Monopoly if they ask me in a group chat to pick it up. I probably just, you know, put my phone on airplane mode. I didn't get the text. I'm not picking up Monopoly at all. But I'm gonna pick one now. This one says, growing up, would you pick Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Martin?
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince, why?
I think I probably did watch more Fresh Prince than I did watch Martin, but I'm not knocking Martin like Martin wasn't funny, because the Martin show definitely was funny. Definitely was funny.
For sure.
I just really messed with Fresh Prince though, from just Will Carlton and DJ Jazzy Jeff used to have me dead getting thrown out the crib,
bro. Like, every time thrown out the same way, just different clothes. Like, bro, man, nah.
What would you say?
I probably had to say Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watched it a little more than Martin. Martin has some one episode I did like. which is kind of crazy seeing that it's just like a comedy.
Mm.
I like when Brian McKnight was on there and then he asked Gina to marry him. Now I'm not saying that's what I would do, but I like that. That was fire. I like how he set that up, man. You know, I wouldn't be out in the cold doing that. It definitely got to at least be 60 degrees out. If I got to be outside in a trench coat, you know, and somebody's singing, I can't do it. But nah, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I just thought like characters like Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, William from Girlfriends, like those characters like are slept on because they like so funny. Like, and Carlton, he was hilarious, bro. Just like doing the corny stuff.
Man.
And Cole, because I feel like Cole and Carlton kind of play the same type of role. Carlton is just smarter than him, but Cole wasn't that funny to me. So it's kind of like, I'm gonna go with Fresh Prince. I'm gonna let you pick.
Okay. Name top 5 Disney movies. Okay. And you know, this is gonna be a little bit tricky for me because I probably say the only time did we used to watch Disney back in the day?
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
So that was really the only time I wasn't really a Disney. I was more of a Nickelodeon kid, but I'm trying to name 5. I'm gonna let you go first. Let me hear yours first.
Mine is gonna be a little different this go around.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Lion King. I'm gonna keep Lion King in there. We'll go Toy Story. That's 2. I'm gonna go. Coco. That joint was sad. I'm not gonna lie to you. The way they did my man's was at the beginning was foul, or like what really happened. But I just like the message in it. I'm gonna put Inside Out on there, man. I like the message that sent. I like how Disney, you know, flipped that to have everybody from kids to adults understand that. So what is that? That's 4. I got one more. I'm going to say for my 5th and final, I would say I'm gonna go Tarzan. Tarzan.
That's a good one.
Tarzan. I like the soundtrack. It was fire, man. That boy Phil Collins was singing like the rent was due for Tarzan. So shout out to Phil Collins wherever you are. Appreciate you for making all the kids' childhood a blessing. But I'm gonna pick this last one. Let's see. See what we got. Growing up, which one did you like most or like better? Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, or Transformers?
That's a tough one, bro. Because I'll be lying if I say I'm in between Power Rangers and Transformers for real.
For sure.
But if I had to pick one, I'm damn near going Power Ranger, bro.
For sure. Got to. I already knew my answer when I looked at it. Power Rangers all the way. I'm finna rattle off the top Power Ranger shows to me though real quick for y'all. Don't steal this list, but if you want to, I mean later down the line, just give me the credit. But I would say my top 5 Power Rangers is definitely I gotta go with the original. Gotta go Mighty Morphin first, just off the strength of that being the originator. I would say Power Rangers in Space, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, and Power Rangers Time Force. And my last one would probably either be between I just had it, Ninja Storm or Dino Thunder.
That boy said he know his Power
Like, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, I had every Megazord.
He's definitely stamped on the Power Ranger side.
I'm trying to tell y'all boys, man. People that grew up with me know, like, my room was a mini Toys R Us, bro. Like, I had every action figure ever, bro. Like, I was going to get that. If I saw it on TV, I'm saving up to go get that, or I'm asking my parents to go. I had the Ninja Storm Megazord. I had the Mighty Morph. Bro, I had the SPD. I had it all. I had the
one in the hood with it.
Man. And still coming back home with it. Let's not forget that. I still have my Morpher on me in the east side. That was not getting took. But nah, bro. Definitely Power Rangers for sure. Transformers is fire. I kind of like the movies a little bit more. I didn't really watch the shows as much. Ninja Turtles, I watched them, but I feel like Power Rangers trumps both of those, depending on who you ask.
No, easy.
You know, if you ask me, I'm saying Power Rangers all day. But it just depends on who you ask. We're going to do this last one.
Eddie Murphy or Martin Lawrence? Who's funnier? I'm going to go with Eddie, though. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not knocking Martin, but oh no. And people, what's crazy, and y'all don't get to make this joke. Y'all don't get to make this joke when I say this. But people say I laugh like when I'm really laughing, they say I sound like Eddie Murphy of Nutty Professor. Like like
that's crazy.
Man, I'm like, but Eddie is funny though. I rock with Eddie for sure.
I'm gonna go Eddie Murphy too. I just think Martin Lawrence is super funny, but Eddie Murphy is movie funny and stand up comedy funny. And like, just thinking about it, I was just watching Beverly Hills Cop 2 yesterday, and nah, man, I feel like Eddie Murphy is just like, he just like super funny, and he did voiceovers. He was Donkey off Shrek, you know. Like, I'm taking Eddie, man, just off his movies,
man, off his catalog alone.
Yeah, his catalog is just, Martin got a good catalog too, but it's like Eddie different, bro. Like Eddie up there with the Richard Pryors and the, you know, the Paul Moonies and Robin Harris's of the world. So I'm gonna go Eddie Murphy for sure.
For sure.
But before we get out of here, I want to leave y'all with a quote. The quote says, "We cannot become what we need by remaining what we are. Continue to grow, continue to get better, so you can become what you need to be and who you truly are." That's a wrap. See y'all same time, same place for the converSAYtion podcast, where we turn conversation into application. Let's go.
That's fire.
Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate you.
That's fire, dog.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.